Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We're going to begin at 5 with a lot of green on Exact Track 4D radar as rain is pushing through Metro Detroit tonight.
That's right. Now take a live look outside from our Mount Clemens sky cam. The rain is going to be the start of a trend over the next few days here. Good to have you with us, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. We'll start things off here with Kim Adams at 5 with what we expect over these next couple hours. Kim?
Well, we're still going to see scattered showers, although we have seen a couple of breaks here and there. It's raining to beat the band down in Monroe. They've got some pretty heavy showers. You see the yellows and the oranges showing up on Exact Track 4D radar. But the rest of Metro Detroit, just light to moderate rain, and it's a cool rain as well with temperatures only in the 50s. Waterford, Farmington Hills, Livonia getting showers now, also in Plymouth and Northville. And then we head over to the east side. Raining in parts of downtown Detroit, but Hamtramck getting a brief break. Grosse Pointe Farms getting some rains, but Grosse Pointe Park is not. So it just kind of depends on where you are. We'll see these scattered showers continue over the next several hours, and it looks like this rain is also going to continue into the day tomorrow. As I said, it is a cool rain out there with temperatures in Mount Clemens only at 55, 56 at Metro Airport. It's chilly. It's a little cooler than it was yesterday by about 5 to 7 degrees. Tomorrow we hang on to the chance for some scattered showers. Not the heavy rain we're getting today, but definitely another gray day ahead for Metro Detroit. We'll talk about the weekend and the chance for rain on Saturday in just a few minutes.
All right, Kim. Ford adding another 150 strike-related layoffs. These now at the Sterling engine plant as the UAW strike is in day 35.
And there's little progress to report from the negotiating table, but General Motors is doing what it can to make the case for its current offer. Business editor Rod Maloney is live at Hart Plaza, where striking workers are rallying right now. Rod.
Yeah, good evening, Kimberly. We're out here with the membership from 3 different strikes. Blue Cross, the casinos, that's the largest part of this population. United Auto Workers do have some representation here with their management. And they are rallying here because the workers are saying they need a raise. Well, General Motors today came out and said they want to give a raise to the United Auto Workers. And in fact, they were touting their offer, saying it was quite good. And much like Ford did on Monday, they hinted that that they are about at the limit of what they can give as part of their contract offer.
When GM makes a profit, everyone benefits.
GM put out a video explaining what it does with those vaunted profits UAW President Shawn Fain wants in members' pockets.
Winning today and in the future requires major investments.
These are not poverty wages.
GM Global Manufacturing Vice President Gerald Johnson also put out a video attaching dollar numbers to UAW member paychecks.
The majority of our workforce will make $39.24 an hour, or roughly $82,000 a year by the end of this contract.
He pointed out zero premium so-called Cadillac health care is remaining as is, added vacation time, and pointing out all the benefits, including retirement, meaning the majority of line workers can earn as much as $100,000 a year with overtime. Yet, he said, should the company pay more than that,
recent investment announcements that I've been out to make personally in Flint, Fort Wayne, Arlington, and Toledo could not have happened. The implications for jobs would be devastating. And that's not a reality we are willing to accept.
Wayne State University business professor Dr. Merrick Masters told Local 4 today, GM's making its business case well, but it's not moving the talks forward. So he's expecting things to get tense here very soon.
He's going to have to ratchet up the strike activity to apply maximum pressure on the companies if they haven't made progress, because people are only going to sit around and wait for so long.
And much like Shawn Fain has done, General Motors actually went out and did a Harris poll with its offer and asked Americans what they thought of it. And they say that their poll shows that the vast majority of Americans actually believe that the GM offer is a fair one. So I guess polls can tell you what you want to know. Back to you.
Well, Rod, you mentioned Shawn Fain. I'm wondering, do you know if he's going to be speaking out there this afternoon?
Right, he is not going to be here this afternoon, but Mike Booth is here. He's one of the vice presidents who was in on the negotiations for the UAW, and also the treasurer of the UAW is here. We're hoping to hear from them. They're on the speakers list. We'll see if we can have that for you coming up on Local 4 News at 6.
Okay, all right. Rod, we'll talk to you a little bit later. We appreciate it. Well, tonight there are new questions surrounding the dog mauling on Detroit's west side that took the life of a 4-year-old boy.
It happened at a home on Pearson Street as the little boy was playing in the backyard of his grandmother's house. Let's get to Victor Williams. You've reached out to both the chief and the Wayne County prosecutor about this, Victor.
Yeah, that's right, Devin and Kimberly, and we were not able to get any type of comment from the chief, but the prosecutor was able to give us a little bit of something. Either way, you can't help but feel for this little boy as well as his family.
This is not new for our city.
24 hours have passed and still no one is being charged in the death of 4-year-old Lavelle Anderson and what appears to be a fatal mauling from a dog nearby. Prosecutor Kim Worthy couldn't comment on specifics, but she tells Local 4 it's an issue that we've seen far too often.
We've been lobbying for years to try to get people to do something about these dogs. There has been some movement, but a lot more has to be done.
You can see the sheer devastation on the faces of loved ones following the tragedy.
Full of life. Just such a gentleman. So helpful.
Sweet, gentle soul.
Just sweet.
While the owner of the dog remains unclear, we know the family has already gotten representation from a lawyer with Feiger Law.
The event was so horrific that people across the street could hear, and they were the one that contacted authorities right away. And this tragic event could be avoided.
And while the investigation continues, it's an extreme reminder to keep both an eye out on your pets and your children as well.
Anytime that we have an event like this reminds everybody, if you do have a dog, to secure your dog, to make sure your dog can't get out.
And of course, we'll keep you updated on the outcome of this investigation. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Yeah, we sure will. All right, Victor.
Israeli airstrikes continue to pound Hamas targets across the Gaza Strip, including parts of the south that Israel had declared as safe zones. This as Egyptian authorities were still working out logistics for delivery of humanitarian aid into Gaza with Israel's permission. Jay Gray is in Tel Aviv with more.
Good evening. It has been an intense day in Gaza. The Israeli Defense Forces saying that they have been involved in continuous attacks, hundreds of strikes over the last 24 hours. They say that they've hit missile launch sites, tunnel shafts, intelligence and operational structures, and that 10 leaders of Hamas, using their words, have been eliminated. We know that they are continuing to mount for a push on the ground. They're moving troops in. They're training. They've got equipment staged. And today, according to the Reuters wire service, the Israeli defense minister told troops on the ground there, quote, "You see Gaza now from a distance. You will soon see it from inside." So perhaps that ground assault that so many have been talking about over the last week or so is a bit closer to actually moving in. On the other end of the spectrum here and at the other end of Gaza, we are going to see perhaps some aid rolling in, something that's been desperately needed over the last 2 weeks. The president making the trip here and pushing for humanitarian aid to get to 2 million or so trapped in Gaza right now with no help. And if it all works the way it's been planned, trucks could begin to roll in tomorrow. 20 trucks filled with water, food, and medicine to those who are in the middle of this fight right now. UN officials say they are pleased with this change, but that in reality they would need 100 trucks a day to fulfill the need on the ground in Gaza. That's the very latest this evening from Tel Aviv. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
Hey, Jay, thank you. And tonight, President Biden will address the nation in prime time at 8 p.m. He's expected to ask for more than $100 billion for aid to Israel, Ukraine, Taiwan, and the U.S. border with Mexico. And you can watch his address right here on Local 4, followed by your regular programs, which will begin when the president finishes.
Live pictures from the U.S. Capitol, where after a day of confusion, Jim Jordan now says he's not giving up the race for House Speaker. The Ohio congressman failed to win the speakership now in 2 votes, leaving the House without a speaker for more than 2 weeks. Now, Jordan appeared to back a plan for a path forward, but late this afternoon, that all changed.
A shift in strategy to kick the House of Representatives back into action after more than 2 weeks without a speaker, and hitting another wall today. The current nominee, Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, choosing not to push for a third House vote for now.
I'm still running for Speaker, and I plan to go to the floor and get the votes and win this race.
but I want to go talk with a few of my colleagues.
Chairman Jordan appeared to back a plan to temporarily empower the interim Speaker, Patrick McHenry, to enable the House to pass critical legislation while Republicans work to get on the same page. But after a lengthy closed-door huddle with GOP members, Jordan says there was too much opposition.
We made the pitch to members on the resolution as a way to lower the temperature and get back to work. We decided that wasn't where we're going to go.
Moderates in both parties had expressed support.
So that we can start moving our appropriations bills, aid to Israel, deal with the crisis in Ukraine and our border.
This is imperative. It's a national security issue, international security issue now at this point.
A deeply divided House striving for a solution to get back to the work of the American people.
So a quick reminder of what's at stake here. Without a speaker, Congress can pass no bills, all lawmaking basically at a standstill. That means no vote on aid for Israel, Ukraine, or the U.S. border.
All right, the University of Michigan football team under investigation by the NCAA. This time it has nothing to do with recruiting.
So Bernie steps in now with the team being accused of stealing play signals from opposing teams.
Well, I spoke to someone in Michigan today. You know what they said? Never a dull moment when it comes to Michigan football. That is for sure. This is the second NCAA investigation of the program, this time for allegedly violating rules related to sign stealing. We've got highlights. The rule prohibits in-person scouting of future opponents. The Big Ten notified Michigan State the violation had allegedly occurred because they faced the Wolverines on Saturday night. Two of Michigan's opponents complained that Michigan knew their signals. So it should be a fascinating Saturday night in East Lansing as State hosts Michigan right here on Local 4. Kickoff's at 7:30.
We hear this with baseball
all the time.
Not as often with football.
Yeah, right? I think so. But I think the fact that they sent someone bad, the fact he came back with signs, even worse. But again, the facts in this story very minimal right now. So let's wait, give it a break, see where we're going.
Okay, we'll see you in a little bit, Bernie.